Now we'll try to discuss today the landscape. Just we'll today a small topic which is called as a landscape. Okay. So generally we have landscape. Okay. So we have the three-tier architecture. Okay. What are the generally landscape will be have? We have development server, quality server, and production server. Okay. So what we will do? So see now whatever we discuss, everything which will be fall under the this methodology, SAP methodology, the processes. Okay. So generally, when you get these things like development server, quality server, and production server, when you get servers, in which place generally we look for these details. So in the realization phase. Okay. So once we sign off from the business, okay. So generally what we will ask business to share the servers. Okay. So once we get the servers, okay, what we are going to do here? Okay. Once we get the servers, okay, then we will start the configuration. Okay. So where we do this configuration now, the landscape will come into the picture of realization. Okay. So what we will do in the development server, we will do the configuration, baseline configuration and integration configuration we will do. Okay. So what kind of we do the enterprise structure configuration, master data configuration, and all the configurations we will do, and we will capture that configuration in the form of tiers. Okay. So once you've done this development configuration, you do the unit testing. So once it is done, then we will move the changes to the quality server. Okay. Once changes move to quality server, okay. So what we are going to do, we will do the integration testing. Then we will move this TR to the production server. Okay. So generally, the day-to-day activities are done in the production servers. Okay. So this is like how the landscape will be there. Three-tier architecture system landscape will be there. Okay. But some of the companies also follow another route is called as a dev server, quality server, okay, pre-production, production. Okay, so these things they are going to follow. Okay, so same method, like they will follow the development, quality, and pre-production replica of your production servers. Okay, so generally they don't maintain any, they don't move any TR directly to the production. Okay, so they will copy this production server to the pre-production server. Then they will move the changes to the pre-production server, and the people will be test. Business will be test any issues with the pre-production server. Then they will do the transport request movement to the production system. Okay, so this is like this is the methods follow when they are moving the changes to the one server to another server. Okay, so this is about the how the landscapes we are going to work on it here. Okay. Just I'm going through the remaining topic called as info record and source list. Okay. Once we have the system, again I'll explain. Don't worry. Just I'm because server is not there, we cannot do that one. So that's why what I'll do is just I'll give a brief about the info records, how it can be, and how the source list will be we are going to handle that one. Okay. Info record. Okay. So what is mean by info record in the SAP systems? Okay. Info record is a combination of so generally what we'll maintain in the info record? Info record we will maintain latest prices of the particular material and vendor combination. We will maintain the info records. Okay. So and so vendor, so and so material, we are going to maintain the info records. Okay. So latest price of the material and vendor, we will maintain the info record. Okay. So generally, info records are how many types? There are 4 types. What are those? So one is standard info record. Second one is subcontracting info record. And third one is consignment info record. Fourth one is pipeline info record. Okay. So what we are going to do in the standard info record? In the standard info record, so any kind of procurement, generally, we are going to refer the standard info record. But if you go for special procurements like subcontracting, consignment, and pipeline, so what we will do? So we need to follow the special info records here. Okay. So what is meant by subcontracting? Look like the third party procurement only. But in the subcontracting, what we do is we will order a vendor, we will order a particular vendor finished product. Okay. And we are providing all the raw materials and we are providing the machinery, everything to that one. Just he need to convert that one. Okay. So that kind of process, we'll call it as a subcontracting process.
Okay.
So in the subcontracting, what we will do is we will ask a vendor to make it the finished product. Okay. So whatever required for the finished product, that raw materials and everything, that we will provide to the subcontracting vendor. Okay. Then vendor will process that one and he will make it finished product and he will share back to us. Okay. Then we will do the payment. For what we will do the payment, whatever the service charge, generally we are not going to pay him for the whole things. Yeah, the material cost, everything we are not going to pay. So just we will giving the service charge to the subcontracting vendor.
Okay.
Okay. So the next is the consignment. Okay. So consignment is also one kind of business process where vendor maintain all the processes. Like vendor will maintain the everything in our premises. For example, you have like a machinery, but you don't know when your machinery will require the maintenance. Maintenance means oil and all those things. Okay.
Okay.
What you will do, you always you'll tell some Castrol or some other vendor, you always keep some 500 liters of some oil in my premises. Okay. So whenever I require, I'll go and I'll consume it. Okay. Then I will tell, I will pay the amount of whatever the quantity I consumed that bottle. So that is process we'll call it as a consignment process. So generally in the consignment, what happen? That guy will maintain barrels. So 5 kg barrel, 10 kg, 15 kg, that barrels he will maintain. So generally, whenever these guys will require, just they will go and consume it and they will inform the vendor. So we consume this 5 kg barrel or 10 kg barrel. Kindly check and let me know the payment details. Then that guy will say some payment and these guys will run the settlement. Okay. So that kind of process we'll call it as a consignment process. Okay. Next is a pipeline process. Okay. So pipeline is kind of a business So the material you will receive in the form of pipeline, like electricity, water. Okay. So
Okay.
nowadays now we are getting the gas also in the pipeline. So how much you consume it, that much you need to pay.
Okay.
Okay. So that kind of concept we'll call it as a pipeline procurement. So this is process of the how we are handling the info records. So generally info record we will maintain both prices. One is net price and effective price. Okay. So that is the concept of the info record, how it can be happen. Next is a source list. Okay. So what is meant by source list? So till now we talk about the prices, like we talk about the combination of material vendor, what is the price. Okay. In the source list, it will determine the source of supply. Source of supply of particular materials. So in the source list combination, generally we look for the source of, like for so and so material, how many suppliers are there. That information we are going to maintain in the source list. Okay. And if you want to automatically trigger to find source of supply, so generally what will happen, you need to maintain the info record. So generally info record is a prerequisites for the source list.
Okay.
Okay. So this is about the master data topics. Okay. So in the configuration, we able to see like how to configure the different number ranges, how the mandatory fields we are going to maintain, how the optional fields we are going to maintain. So that all details we'll deeply understand when we do the system configuration.
Okay.
Okay. So there is one more concept called as a quota arrangement. Okay. So this quota arrangement is a concept like system will decide. So generally, system will identify how much quota we need to procure the from so and so vendor. Okay. For example, if you have if for example you want 100 kgs of so and so material. Okay. Generally, what the procurement guys they do is they don't directly procure 100 kgs from the so and so vendor. Okay. What they will do, they will procure 60 kgs from A1 vendor and 20 kgs from A2 vendor and remaining 20 from A3 vendor. Okay. So that kind of quota, I mean, dividing the total share into the different parts, that can
Most.
be handled in the quota master.
Okay.
For example, you have for the so and so material only the one vendor is there. Okay. So what will happen for that one vendor? For example, next day he told he will increase the price and he won't supply the material to you for the next 6 months. So what will happen? Due to that, you are going to stop your production, right? So, so generally, what procurement guys think is they don't want to stop their production. They always look for the alternative procurement.
Yes.
Even though he is a good vendor, he is a rapport vendor, he supplies very quality of material, they will compulsory look for the alternative business. See what will happen. Now you see some floods happen. Okay. So if, for example, my vendor is there in the Chennai. Okay. So due to the flood, he's good. He's good at quality, he's good at price, and everything is good. But what happened due to the natural calamities? He's not able to supply the material for me around 3 months.
Yes.
But my factory there is in Bangalore. So what is happening? He's not supplying this material. So I need to shut down my factory for 3 months.
Due to this part. whatever. Okay.
Correct. So what is happening due to that? I'm impacting, and my once I'm impacting, my business will be impact, and
Yeah,
I need to pay my production guys. Okay, and also I lose my market.
Okay.
So in order to do that one, they will follow the different strategies in the procurement also. Okay, so this is like how quota will be maintained in the quota master. Okay,
Oh,
so once
okay.
you have the source list, quota is not that much of important, but most of the companies are not following now quota. People are concentrating on the source of supply.
Okay.
Okay, so it is one of the topic. It is also one of the topic in the procurement wise, how we are going to handle that one.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the topics generally we cover under the material. Sorry, master data. Yeah. So these 5 topics will cover under the master data.